It's not just 90 minutes of running, because you can't do that. It's physically impossible unless you're Hendo.
What's happening, guys? This week on Microphones, we're going to be catching up with Tammy Abraham and James Maddison. Enjoy. What's it like being back in training?
It's good. It's good to be back. Obviously, everyone missed football and all sorts, so it's obviously nice to be back. But it is tough. It feels like another preseason, bro. It's tough. It's tough, bro.
I used to hate preseason. You know, if there was one thing I could take out of the football career, preseason.
It's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah, but you was always good at running when we was at Villa together, and it was easy for you.
But you know what it is? When it's running with like football involved, you know, I could do it. But when it's just running, you know, after sessions, just running, just go touch lines to touch. No, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me.
What stuff have you been getting up to during lockdown? No, I know you're back now, but what stuff was you getting up to?
I'm home with, you know, the whole family. So now I keep busy. You know, me and my brother play, you know, table tennis or tech ball, you know, watch films, play PlayStation. So I've kept myself occupied, but yeah, man, it's good to be back.
You spoke a lot about scoring your first goal for England. Does that just make you like hungrier for more?
Of course. I remember, you know, I was on the bench, I was watching the game. I remember just watching the whole team score goals, and I was just like, oh, I just want to go on this pitch, and I hope when I come on, I score. You know, and I just remember Sanch getting the ball on the left. I remember just getting front post, and you know, just getting my long size 11s in front of the defender. And I remember the ball just went in the back of the net, and you know, different emotions just ran through my body. I just went to Sanch. I was like, my boy. No, times like that is crazy because, you know, both of us grew up in South London. We used to go parks together. You know, there was always a competition between him and Reece Nelson. You know, so just to be doing that at Wembley, you know, it's a dream come true.
But did you think it happened so quick? Because obviously we was at Villa together. I remember our conversations in the changing room. And I was just saying to you, don't worry about anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. And it will come, you know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah, no, you know, I'm lucky I had someone like you at Villa with me, you know, because remember, there were situations going on, if, you know, talks if I was leaving, if I was staying. You just said, just get your head down, just keep doing what you're doing, score goals, you know, and your time will come. Gladly I listened, man, because, you know, that's had an impact of where I am today.
I know we're going to talk with more England stuff we're talking about, but how did you find it from the championship then, being able to do, because not a lot of people can do that. You know, you've got to give yourself credit for that, because championship's a different level, but then you took that to the Premier League. How did you manage to have the confidence to do that?
You know, the season at Villa, you know, I think it was something I was missing, you know, because the season before I was at Swansea, and I lost a lot of confidence. You know, the team went down. I wasn't scoring as much goals as I wanted to. But when I went to Villa, everything changed. I had that confidence again. You know, I went into games saying, I'm going to score. And I feel like that confidence took me into the summer. I went away, had my head down. And I remember seeing Tony Rudiger in Dubai, and I said, I'm coming back to Chelsea. He laughed, and he said, you just got to work hard, you know. Pre-season came and I was working my socks off. Even though I don't like running, but I was working my socks off just to, you know, impress the manager.
Amazing. You mentioned as well before, like Sancho, he set you up out from London. You know, having like the younger players in the England squad now, is that helped you settle in?
It has. I remember my first time. I think the only young lad there was Marcus at the time, when I made my debut, and then you know. The camps I've been on this season, you know, it's getting younger and younger. You know, players like Jadon Sancho just turned 20. You know, it's crazy because now I feel old. Back then, I was the young lad. So no, it's nice to be involved with, you know, some special talents growing up, and hopefully it's positive in the future.
How can you learn from players like Harry Kane? You know, because obviously he does a club and then he takes it to international level as well. How can you learn from players like that?
I've always said, you know, he's a pleasure to train with. You know, just watching him, the things he does on the training pitch. When we go off as, you know, attackers to have a shooting practice, you know, he takes every single shot serious, like he's in a game situation, and you can see that it's not fluke. You know, he keeps practicing. When he misses by a small margin, he's angry back. He's angry with himself, and you know that's the level that I plan to get to. You know, just keep working, grafting, because football's a short career, so you might as well just leave everything on the pitch while you can.
How highly do you rate Kane though? Where do you put him?
Oh yeah, he's up there with the best. You know, there's Aguero, Harry Kane, Lewandowski. You know, he's right up there with the best. You know, before I trained with him, I used to watch him on TV and just like, when he's in, he's in. But he's not the fastest player. But when he's in, he's in. Like I was asking. I think I was asking for Kyle one time. I was like, how's he in? No one's catching him. Nothing. But you know, that's the small details. It's positioning. You know, knowing when to run, knowing where to go, knowing where to put yourself. And like you said, the technique with the finishing, you know, he's probably got one of the best finishing in the game right now.
Does it get competitive though when you're doing like shooting drills at England?
Of course, man. I never want to lose, but nah, it's you know, when I see him, you know, it drives you. When you see him scoring, you know, in training and in games, it drives me to want to score in training and games too.
Obviously, the Euros has been put back as well another year. Do you think that'll sort of put you in better shape for next season? You got a little bit more preparation.
Yeah, definitely. You know, coming towards, you know, before lockdown, you know, I had issues here and there. I had this ankle pain, which was causing me a lot of pain and, you know, was affecting my performances a bit and, you know, kept me on the bench and made me miss games and all sorts. So this break's been good. I feel like the Euro's being pushed back here, you know, get myself fit, get myself ready, back to scoring goals. And yeah, hopefully I'll be in that team again.
I'm speaking to Maddison later, and I've been asked to ask what happened at FIFA, mate. What happened?
You know what it was? I give it to Maddison. He's a good FIFA player, but he got lucky. I'll say that he got lucky. It was a tough game. It was 2-2. I made a mistake, and then boom, 3-2 last minute. I had so much head loss. Oh, but we moved, man. You learn from your mistakes. You learn. I'm still the FIFA king.
Have you changed your rondo technique because you got megged 3 times?
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. You know, that is because of my long legs. Like I feel like I'm getting to the ball. You know, I'm trying to block off every option of a pass, and then somehow it just goes through my legs. So I'm not a defender, man.
Tyrone Mings is learning to play the piano. We all know you can sing. We all know you can sing.
Oh,
any chance of the England squad getting a little band together? And if so, who would be in that? Who would be in that band?
Tyrone's learning how to play piano.
Yeah, he's actually not bad as well. You know, he's not bad. He's not bad.
You know what? I'll let Marcus and Sanch do the rapping bit. I'll let them. Raheem as well. He'll do the rapping bit, and then you know I could be the vocal man at the background. You know, just.
Are you gonna give us a little vocal?
Absolutely not.
The people want to hear your little vocal. They want
Bro, you're looking at $1 million in that hat, you know.
Bro, if you can see my hair, oh my gosh. How does it feel to be back in training, man?
It's good, you know. I've missed it, man, so much. I know everyone says that now, but I've missed, like, obviously the football, like, straight away, easy to say that, but I've missed, like, you know, like the social element of it and, like, seeing the lads and just speaking to people, man, you know, like on the way in, or even just, like, the security have got, like, the proper equipment and the taking the temperature, just, like, having a bit of banter with them and, like, just everything about like the day to day. So it's been good to be back around the lads and the staff. To be fair, yeah.
So the break has made you appreciate football even more then.
Definitely, man. Just the environment and that, you know what I mean? Like the lads, you don't realise how close you are with your like teammates because obviously you see them every day. They've almost become like you're like I know it's cliche to say. I don't mean it in like a cheesy way, but like your family, innit? Like like could you see them all the time and like you travel away with them? You're just like so comfortable around them, and then you go like 8 weeks without seeing them, and like it's weird, And then you're 5 minutes into the warm up or whatever, and it's back to normal. But
Well, what have you been doing to keep fit during? Obviously, I know you're back now, but before you went back, what was you doing to keep fit?
Well, obviously we got sent like the individual programs and stuff, and just a case of obviously finding a little park where I can just go myself, literally laying some goings down and keep it. I'm back home where I'm from, so I haven't got a massive garden back with my family, so I've had to like kind of go to like the local park and just blast out some box to boxes there and stuff, and you know how it goes. So, but that's why I'm glad to be back at the training ground now. It makes things a lot easier.
You got into the England squad, but you didn't make an appearance. Is it for about a year later?
Yeah.
How did it feel though after all that time waiting to finally get your opportunity?
Best feeling ever. I was in, I think, 4 call-ups, 8 games maybe until I made my debut. So I'm thinking, is this ever going to come, kind of thing, Because like, I was playing well. I thought, and obviously you always think you should be playing. Every player will tell you that, right? But I thought I was ready, and the time finally came, and I feel like obviously the build up of not playing over so many games probably made it even more sweeter for me,
Yeah.
And obviously made my debut in the last international break that we had. A fantastic feeling. The 1,000th game, so it was like a really good occasion and everything. The scoreline 7-0, everything was just perfect. And now, like, I'm kind of glad that's out of the way, and then can kind of kick on now, and hopefully in the future. Obviously, it's tough at the minute, but looking forward, hopefully, can like kind of solidify my spot in the team.
Did you on your social media when you had a England top? It was after your debut, wasn't it? Did you have a player's name on the back of there, or who's play? Or did you not?
I think it was Owen.
Oh, really?
Michael Owen. Yeah, my mum was a massive Liverpool fan. My mum is a massive Liverpool fan. So,
okay.
Like, she was growing up, and Michael Owen, like, I hope you don't see this. Where she was like Michael Owen mad. Don't know why. Don't ask me why. So yeah, I don't even know if I wanted Owen. I think I wanted Beckham or something, and she made me get Owen because she's a big Liverpool fan. But yeah, I think I had Owen 10. So obviously, when I made my debut, I put like the comparison of me as a young boy in the England top, and then on the pitch at Wembley in my England top. So,
so who did you admire growing up then? Who was your England hero growing up? Would you say?
I say Beck's.
Yeah,
Beck's is the one for me, just because like I used to just love his set pieces. I was like obsessed with his set pieces. I'd like every school lesson, if we had a computer, I'd be on YouTube. I'd be that busy kid on YouTube, like Beckham free kicks, and trying to copy the exact technique with the arm, with the stance, with everything, like that. And yeah, growing up, that's what made me love taking free kicks, corners, set pieces kind of stuff because of Beck's. And he was the one, when I was growing up, he was like, when I first started understanding football, he was in his prime at United, and like, he was the one that made me like fall in love with like just kicking the football, really. So I'd have to say Beck's, yeah.
Gareth Southgate mentioned something about Leicester and England sort of, pressing the same way. Does that help you from the transition from Leicester to know what you're doing when you put on the England shirt?
Yeah, because I see sometimes similarities in the way Brendan Rodgers coaches and the way that England set up coaches, and that's not just the gaffer Gareth. That's like the like all the coaches, because Brendan Rodgers loves pressing, loves counter pressing. As soon as we lose the ball, get after it, and I think that's obviously the best way to play. And it's like the modern style, isn't it? And it's very similar with England about pressing. Obviously, knowing when to press. It's not just 90 minutes of running, because you can't do that. It's physically impossible unless you're Hendo. But yeah, like, so there is similarity. So it kind of made it easier, and playing in 4-3-3, which England do as well. We've done the majority of the season with Leicester. So little details like that do make it easier. Yeah.
But what is your favourite position? Like, where do you like? I know a lot of people say they love playing in the number 10, but what is your preferred position?
Number 8.
Number 8, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've played as a number 10. I played as a number 10 at the start of last season, and then when the gaffer came in, I kind of made the transition into a number 8, and then sometimes I'd play off the left. But I feel like I don't want to be labelled as like a number 10. You know what I mean? I'm not a number 10. I've played as a number 8 every game this year. Can't remember a game where I played number 10 this season. Maybe one at West Ham at home. But number 8's kind of made me add that defensive side to my game. That like I'm never going to be a big tackler. I'm never going to go around smashing people. But just that awareness and that responsibility of even just getting little toes in, you know, like little interceptions and stuff. Because as a number 8, you find yourself deeper a lot, and so I've had to kind of add that.
The Euros has been obviously put back another year. How do you find that for yourself? Do you think that will just give you added motivation to go on and just nail your spot in the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one because there's like positives and negatives, mainly negatives in my head, because obviously anything that gets cancelled, you're like, no, because I thought I had a good chance. We're third in the Premier League. I've been playing well this season, I feel. And, you know, like you think, oh, God, it could be something that you miss out on or whatever. But then if I think about it in the long run and the positives, then hopefully, as obviously if the season resumes, we don't know what's going to happen exactly yet. If the season resumes like we're on course to, I'll probably be a year better off, a year of Champions League football, hopefully, if we can secure that, a year more experience, a year older. So, and then I'll maybe be in a better position next summer, which is obviously a long time away. And a lot of things can change in that space of time. But I'm trying to look at the positives, you know.
If you could have any attribute from any of the other England players, like Kane's finishing, obviously Rashford's pace, Sancho's dribbling, which attribute would you take?
What a question that is. Oh, that is a very good question. I think I'd have to go with your first example, of Harry Kane's finishing. Because I was on Twitter earlier and I seen this, he posted like a finishing drill of him back in training. Watched it 3 times, man. You know, like just the way he kicks the ball off both feet, it's like symmetrical, the way he strikes the ball. And he's obviously been relentless with his practice, because he was at Leicester. He came on loan to Leicester. So a few of the lads like Kasper Schmeichel and Vards, they remember what he was like, and they said he used to just practice and just go and just shift it and bang it, no keeper, and it go in the side netting every time. And he's obviously got that reputation. And if I could finish like that, I'd be asking for that number 9 shirt.
I'm shooting there and it's getting blocked.
There was an England FIFA tournament. What happened?
You're breaking up, bro.
That's selective hearing, is it?
No, do you know what? I dealt with Callum Wilson out the tournament. I dealt with Tammy out the tournament. I came up against Todd Cantwell. Wow, I was overconfident. It was like a man against a little boy who didn't know how to play.
Really?
Luckily, do you know what? He went on to win it, didn't he? So I think he went on to win it. So at least I can say I lost to the winner. You know what I mean? That 15 minutes of playing that game, I felt like about that big.
What advice would you give to a kid who wants to be a footballer?
Just enjoy playing football for starters. Practice all the time. Practice. You can never practice too much. If your mum tells you to come in for dinner, but you want to carry on playing, then you carry on playing in the back garden. Because that's what I used to do. I used to have my dinners cold. So always practice, and then listen, express yourself. I always say just be you. Never listen to someone if they're trying to take a certain aspect of your game away. Just be you. Play how you want to play, and yeah, that's what I'd say. Are
you better at darts, pool, or golf?
I'm so bang average at all of them. It's unbelievable. I think I'd go with pool. You know.
You go pool.
Yeah, I think was it the last camp? I think it was the last England camp we had. There's a pool table in there, and it was like winner stays on, and you just have to ask Trips and Rosie, and I was a familiar face at the table. Let me tell you
that. Cool. What have you missed most in lockdown? Getting a haircut or Ben Chilwell?
Oh wow! Look at this, man. I'd have to say Chilly. I miss Chilly. He's my boy, man.
You miss Chilly?
Yeah, Chili's top man. We get on sick. He's like my best friend. So I'd have to say Chili because I'm kind of rocking the curtains at the minute.
To be fair, I'm feeling the air. I'm feeling it.